since the start of this year. It's already been 3 whole months, so we decided to get all of our data together and make it look a bit nicer to look at for everyone. And so, we present you the 2022 Q1 stats recap featuring the slams, bets and so much more. Time for the first ever full play endurance report. Let's take a look at your full playthroughs for Q1. This data only is in reference to the time you were in game and not just chatting. We won't include Elden Ring yet as you are currently in the middle of it. As a note, tracked games that are played over multiple streams, so a full playthrough of a game in a single stream won't be included. You have so far had 4 full playthroughs in Q1 of 2022. We are counting Death's Door in these results as you did play that over a few streams and made significant progress, enough to warrant a spot on here. Obviously the big standout is Dark Souls 3, which you streamed 5 times over. The longest of these streams was a Dark Souls 3 stream which lasted 14 hours and 35 minutes. Exactly 20 minutes longer than your Jump King stream. Impressively, you played Jump King this year nearly as long as your entire Subnautica Below Zero playthrough. You have kept to your word of 1 endurance week per month so far. And in total you have had 89 hours and 11 minutes worth of streams in those. If we say your average stream is 4 hours, that is around an entire month's worth of normal streams alone from just these endurance weeks. Probably even more, with your average endurance stream time being 22 hours 17 minutes and 45 seconds, just a bit over what your normal stream length would be. But again, this doesn't include the 2 or so hours of hanging out and react sessions of the stream, so in total these streams averaged between 5 to 6 hours. Look forward to Q2's numbers including Elden Ring. Now on to the, also first, big community bet, BCB, report. Nagzz has had 2 big bets thus far in 2022, one in January for Jump King, and one in February for Dark Souls 3. The average number of bets from the community is 71. Thus far, Nagzz has a 100% success rate and has not lost to BCB. 2 times a cosplay was on the line. Nagzz succeeded in avoiding it both times. Nagzz also has won a Kiss My Ass stream and a full sports-only stream, both of which are still to be scheduled. Looking at it from a monetary perspective, chat has paid out 200 subs and 10,500 bits for both bets so far. Right now, Nagzz and chat are running away with the BCBs. Will Non-Faith Gang bring it back, or will they continue to get swept? Time will tell. And now for the quarterly version of the Seagull stream report, which will use the data of 54 of the 57 streams between January 1st to March 31st of the year 2022. You have on average been late just over 21 minutes. February and March were both the same for your latest average of 26 minutes, where January was on average 12 minutes late. You have only been on time once this year, and that was January 4th. Aside from that, your earliest time was 3, which happened on March 1st, and your latest was 1 hour and 5 minutes, which was on February 18th. You have only placed 1 bet to be on time so far, which you failed and had to pay out 20 subs. So far you have increased your monthly average for every month compared to 2021, where before for each of them you were in single digits for average minutes of lateness each month. How about we take a look at how the React Andy segments have changed over the year so far. As of March 30th you have done 22 regular React Andy segments and 20 VTuber segments. You did the most of both in January with 10 and 9 segments respectively, and the least being this month, which currently has 6 regular segments to 4 VTuber segments. In that time, 3,584 videos have been submitted and you've watched 320 of them and skipped 60. Both have had their redeem records changed over these 3 months, but currently they sit at 148 for regular videos, which happened on February 7th. For VTuber redeems the record is 159, which actually has happened twice, The first occurred on January 17th and the second on March 14th. We can also take a look at averages. It goes without saying, but VTuber redeems sits a lot higher than regular video redeems at 111.16 to 70.095. Combining the two gives us an average of 88.81 redeems, which happen every time a React segment is done. This has actually gone down from the beginning of the year, most likely due to you figuring out how to properly open and close the redeem and setting limits on them. For each month so far, the VTuber video redeem has gone from 95.368 to 88.538 and 76.7. For regular videos it has been 71.8, 85.17 and 49.667. Time for your quarterly Desk Slam review, Nagzz. And oh my, has this been a rough time for DeskCon. In fact, if we were to take between November 2020 to March 31st, 2021, thereby adding 2 months, and compare it to January 1st to March 31st of this year, we see your slams have increased by 181, a more than 30% increase. And DeskCon's total HP lost has increased by 2,192, which is dangerously close to a 50% increase in just 3 months. Not only did you manage to slam your desk more times than you did in 5 months, you crushed it big time. For each month's stats and how you have been trending, I will refer you to the 2 tables you see below, which includes streams for each month, slams, damage and how they compare to the previous month. I have also made a separate sheet altogether which shows the basic data of each day and compares it to the same day of the next year. I haven't included it here, but basically it shows your slams and damage numbers for January 1st of 2021, 2022, will do so for the years after, and does the same for every other day. As for where these numbers come from, I direct you to the graphs you see. And of course it's not the rage games or endurance weeks that made you slam your desk the most. It was playing Minecraft with Chibidoki. In fact, all 3 Minecraft collabs with Chibi far exceed any other stream's numbers for this year. She has a bad influence on you. Nag feels bad. Finally, when it comes to overall totals, up to March 31st of this year, DeskCon has been hit 691 times and lost 6,892 HP. Adding that to the grand total brings your total slams to 3,625 times and a total HP lost for DeskCon of 35,111. Will this pain never end? For DeskCon I don't think so, and I fear what the rest of the year will bring. Now how about those Weeb Points? This data comprises the 1,569,068 messages sent in 2022 in your channel, which is around 26,152 messages per stream, and of those messages, a small fraction of those are for Weeb Points, but the record for comments happened on February 18th, which was 53.314. And oh dear Nagzz, you are in serious need of some help to get some help in getting you back on track. Your Weeb Points have steadily been decreasing over this year. If we say you started this year at 0, then so far you currently sit at minus 37,566 Weeb Points, having lost 14,089 in January, 122,832 in February and 10,645 in March. You are losing more than 10,000 points per month, and for every inch you step closer back to positive points, you lose a mile and fall back further than you were before. And who is the one giving and taking away these points? Well, you'll find out once I'm able to create a table of the top 10 givers and takers of your Weeb Points. Here's some stats which are for you, chat. This is the amount of coins you will have gathered if you have stayed for the entire Elden Ring streams, with different tiers represented, though in total anyone who has stayed for every stream of Elden Ring so far would have earned at least 11,100 Mauled coins, more than enough to be able to get a video in for the React segment. But if your aspirations are for the higher end rewards, such as the cosplay or co-host stream, Remember that there is a mold coin calculator in the Discord as well, so should you wish to see how long it would take for you to reach a certain amount or goal, you need only enter your values in and the calculator will take care of the rest. In these last 3 months we had the change from the old betting system to the new system, which allows everyone to bet on any time they want. Due to this change, of course, the amount of winners has increased over time, but also the amounts of days without any winner. Surprisingly, even though you could freely bet with the new system, the average has been around a steady 85 bets in the first quarter, with the highest amount of 121 bets even being our current record. We are expecting these numbers to grow a little bit in the next month though, but with the upcoming Elden Ring streams and diverging starting times which we haven't seen in over a year, the amount of winners will probably slightly decrease. This was the first time we've done such a quarterly recap, and it was for sure a lot of work but also a lot of fun for everyone involved. Our stat keeper crew is growing with time, and we just recently got a new member in our ranks, so next time you can expect even more data. You will already be familiar with Garnzlok's amazing work with Elden Ring bosses. Be prepared for the finished product of that next recap, and we even got another stat tracker taking notes of during the Nuzlocke, so you will be able to look back over your Pokemon journey, and who knows, maybe if you end up completing the game, the data for that will also be updated. This couldn't have been done without our amazing team, everyone helping, and of course Nagzz himself. Until the next time.